Well, a very, very good frosty evening to everybody. You can see I've got layers and layers of clothes on here. Oh my goodness me. I've just come back from 34 degrees it was on the last evening I was there. This is a little bit of a shock to my system. But we're going to try out this FM26, which I've been following along with some of the stuff that's been going on since I went away. And it does seem to me that when the beta came out, there was many, many more complaints than there currently are now. I just got it yesterday, so I downloaded it yesterday. I've played just 4 games. Actually, no, it wasn't yesterday, this morning. Stefan, good to see you. 176 France. I don't know. Has there been an update, Franks? I don't know. It's probably happened when I wasn't playing, so we'll see what happens. To be honest with you, the 3 games, I think I've played 3 games. I'm still struggling to find out where things are. I think I've got my fixture list up here somewhere. These are messages. Transfer activity, competitions. I don't know. I thought I had my fixture list up here somewhere, but I obviously don't. But we got a fixture schedule there. I played 3 games. I'm playing with Man United, my team, Man United. It is just a look, so don't think I'm going to be doing this as a save. I'm just using this because I've got no idea what I'm doing. And I thought, why not try with Man United? I don't even know how good the tactic is or whether it's not very good. We seem to be conceding a lot of goals. This is what's worrying me. Whilst we've scored a few, we've started to concede a lot of goals. So it's a bit worrying. And also, I did have a look through the clauses, and the only one I could find is 4.3 mil for McTominay, and that just gives me a transfer budget of 20 mil. It's not enough to do anything. I don't know. We could be in trouble here, so we're going to go through. I mean, I don't know why this happens. That we get that pop up every time I click continue. That is a little bit annoying, even though it shouldn't annoy. It's just a little. Some things are just a little bit annoying. Every time you click continue, you get that pop up, and I don't need that pop up there. So I got to click it off every time. So anyway, let's have a look at the tactic. I'm just using a 4-2-3-1. I have no idea. We'll go along with that, I guess. Some boys need a rest, so we'll go along with that. So let's go to the tactic, if I can find the tactic. Finding things, it's going to take me a long time to find things. So this is what he's gone with. Delict. Delict is wanted by a Saudi club, but they're only prepared to pay 67 mil. I've told them 70 mil or bust, and they're not prepared to stump up the other 3 mil. That's FM. But anyway, I've come up with this tactic. We're playing. I've decided to go with a winger. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I don't think it is a good idea. I would probably prefer to have him coming inside and then just Dorgu as a wing back. I'm a pretty traditionalist when it comes to tactics, so we're going to try this, and I'm going to try Cunha probably as an inside forward. I'm going to have to get used to these. Inside forward looks like his best bet, but he's also a very, very good playmaker out there. But I have a playmaker already, so we're going to play him as an inside forward. I think he does have the ability to score goals, Cunha. So we're going to try him as an inside forward out there. I also feel like Mbuemo plays better on the left than Cunha, but that'll sort itself out in time. I might even be wanting to play. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Out of possession. It's just very, very standard tactic. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. There's not a great deal right with it. But it's so far so good. I think the big test is going to come when we play in the Prem. Hey, Sweda, how you doing? Yeah, the interface is a little bit. I mean, I don't know what you guys, but I'm finding it all a little bit too much in my face to begin with. It's a little bit not right. But we got to remember, like, we were playing FM24, which was the 24th version of Football Manager #1. This is #1 of the second Football Manager. My big concern looking at it is, who are you aiming this at? And what is the target audience here? This is so annoying that this pops up every single time I click continue. I think we're good to go there, although I'm not quite sure why Heaton's on the bench. I've got a couple of injuries, but nothing too major that's going to cause me issues. And also, I mean, apart from the fact that is annoying the crap out of me, then we'll just allow, because I'm getting used to this, we'll just allow him to do this. One of the things that really does annoy me, as you're going to see when we play this friendly, is how much in-game management has been taken away from me. And this is why I wonder, what is the target audience here? Oh, I've got the sound on. I don't suppose you want the sound, but we can't do anything about that till I get to the game. Yeah, one of the things does worry me is that part of being a manager is being removed from me. Right, this is what friendlies are for. Are we the favourites? I have no idea. Yeah, let's say this is what friendlies are for. Defenders, go out and give me a reason. I mean, I think it's pretty. Let's make no bones about it. It's quite pretty in how it looks. But this is not what Football Manager is about. It's not about being pretty. It's about having a game that I need to take that sound off, don't I, guys? Yeah, this is all very pretty, but is it necessary? I will probably be clicking all this off if I can. So let me just go to where's the sound? Sounds off. Music off. Ambient sounds off. What else do we want? I'm going to play in comprehensive. And with can't see anything else I want to change. And one of the things that I'm going to show you in a minute is why I get annoyed. So at the moment, all good, and I can see the game. The gameplay is this is too slow, and one notch up is too fast. So they haven't quite got that right. But we'll go at this speed. I think my line is in the wrong place. But has he been given offside? No, it's been given. I think the line that I've set is in the wrong place. It looks like we're going to get slaughtered here. It was a lovely pass. But I can see what their game is. So we're going to try and deal with that now. Again, it's like working these things out. It's shooting for patience, pass reception, distribution. I don't know where my lines are now. So I've got, I've got a standard. Everything is at standard. I'm in a mid block, which is where I should be. And where's my defensive line? It's their behavior. See, it's there it is, defensive line. I've just set it standard, so that's correct. Just got off to a bad start by the look of it. But it is, for me, it's all a bit fussy. It's all a bit... Hey, Darren, good to see you. Gonna go 24 until all updates and patches are done. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why you guys are saying this. The graphics, they're almost there. It's not quite. It's still a bit clunky. The player movement isn't quite natural, but the players look better. They look real, but they're just the movement's a little bit clunky. But I mean, tactically, I'm struggling to work it out at the moment. It'll take me a long time before I can get any degree of comfort doing a tactic. I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing here. Player instructions I haven't even bothered with at the moment. Fernandez has been scoring a lot of goals from his number 10 position, and we have had Sesko score some goals. He's been playing as a target forward, which I think seems to suit him better because his jumping reach is good. So it seems to suit him a little bit better as a target forward. He's quite strong and he holds it up. Oh, that's nice. Inside now. Inside. Oh, Cunha, you twit. It's a bit like real life. That's a pen, ref. They just got lucky at the beginning, didn't they? Because now we are taking them apart. So, thank you, Stefan. Use the text down the right-hand side to change instructions. Oh, right, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a text down the right-hand side. So do we have... I don't have any text down the right-hand side. I mean, I can change them from there, I guess. Yeah. We want to keep an eye on this. At the moment, I think I've got them working the ball into the box anyway. That's balanced, so we'll keep an eye on that. So it's, I don't know, as yet. I mean, as I say, I've played 3 games. I worry that I don't have any control really over what's going on. The stats are missing. There's no stats I can look at. Like when I'm playing in FM24, I can see who's passing, who's making the key passes, who's making... I've got an idea who is the key player, the key personnel in their team. At the moment, I'm having to develop my I'm having to manage by vision, if you like. I don't have any stats to manage with. I know that we're getting beat. My vision is telling me they are better than us. And they are getting... they're playing both behind us and in front of us. So at the moment, that's all I can actually see. I can also see we probably need more possession and we might need to go less direct. Because I've been trying to play like United of old and playing more direct counter-attack football. Which, oh, what a dreadful pass that was. United are doing better than me in real life by the look of it. Using the icon. So let's just go and into tactics. So go into tactics. So go into tactics, and then on the right hand side, the list on the right, I've got opposition instructions. Yeah, so I can see these just are a little bit, they're going to take some getting used to for me, because FM24, it was much more visually clear what you were doing. Now with these icons, and I know I've got to change with the game, or just not play it. I mean, it is, my worry is the target audience is very, very young. So they're looking at 12 to 14-year-olds who'll be quite happy to see this graphical stuff, and probably quite happy not to be studying all the stats and stuff. Whereas me, I'm old school. I like my stats. And I like to have a screen full of stats. So I'm feeling a little bit cheated, because there's very little I can do at the moment in terms of management, because I don't know really what's going on. And let's pause this. I mean, what is that about? What is this? Is this supposed to help you? Because if we just look at that, like, I mean, what can you work out from all this nonsense going on here? The only thing you could do probably is slow that down to highlight, to game between highlights to 2, but then you might as well play in full match. So I don't know what that is about. Can anybody use that? Can anybody ascertain anything from that farce that was going on down the bottom? Yeah, and they were saying shouts didn't work, Frank. So I disagree. I think shouts worked sometimes, which is what shouts do. And I can remember doing the Wilden save with the Ferguson save with Lewis Wilden, who had concentration of 7. And I could get him to score by shouting focus at him after a while. They did work to a degree. They didn't work always, but I think they just brought that out. Oh, they didn't work, to try and persuade us they've got rid of them for no reason. But I think they did work. Not all the time, but I think it's not giving young people much credit to think that they... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought that the very young are going to want to wade through stats. I'm trying to remember back to when I was 10 or 12. I guess... Oh, send him off, ref. I'm guessing that what they want is pretty pictures. And the graphics are better, of course, than they were. I wouldn't say that's the finished article by a long shot. And they do have work to do. And if we have a look at the stats here, there's nothing really I can ascertain, except our XG is poor. But I'd like to know, is it about the... I think it's probably that we're shooting too much. So if we go into here and crossing... So shots from distance, I'm going to just like discourage them. Try and work it into the box, because that's all I have to go on, is that our XG is really poor, and I have seen a couple of long shots. I'd like a little bit more information than that, please, FM. I miss the days of having all the stats in front of me. So it does seem to me like to play this game, set up a tactic that you know works. Set it to key highlights or whatever you want it, and then just play through the games and allow the game to play its way through. Buy the best players that you possibly can, and then within 5 or 6 years you're going to succeed. That's, I think, what the game has become. in-game management is now a thing of the past, which is sad. And I do miss that, attempting to analyse what's going on in the pitch and attempting to put things right. At the moment, I can't even see if I've got no stats to indicate whether my lines are in the right place. I'm going to have to become very good at concentrating visually. They are kind of taking a lot of shots from the edge of the penalty area. They do seem to be getting behind me quite a bit, but I'm reluctant at this point to lower the line any further. A little bit more data would tell me if they're getting behind me, or they do seem to be attacking behind me and in front of me as well. Take him out. We are having on big TV. Yes. That's the old man Phil show on your big TV, Stefan. I tell you what, Stefan, is it as cold in Sweden as it is here? Hey, Quantum Wasted, how are you doing? I think they could have done without this version. It's an interesting thought that you've got there. I mean, would we have been willing to wait? Would the fan base have been willing to wait another year? I think that I mean, even the shareholders are probably thinking you're going to have to put something out this year. We need to make some money, and they put out what they had. I don't think it's anywhere near the finished article, and it might get better as we get more updates. But what is, I think that it's the interface, the way it all fits together doesn't work for me. As a console player, it might work for some of those who play on console, but if on PC, it doesn't work for me. I'm worried that where PC players are going to be slowly phased out, that it will not be a PC game for much longer, only available on the console. And I'm also worried that the biggest part of managing the game has gone, and it's called Football Manager, not Football Spectator. And unless you get very good at visually looking at the game, then it's going to be quite difficult to manage without the stats. Those are the two things. I mean, the game is pretty, but I think the speed, this is probably too slow, but one notch up. It's probably too fast. Yeah, that's not normal. That's too fast. Whereas the speed they've got at 1 is a little bit too slow. So I'll slow it down because it gives me at least a half a chance to work out what's going on here. We'll have to be careful of Galatasaray. We're not in Europe, are we? That's Man United, so have to be careful of them because they've got some good players. It's a PC game. Snow and ice. Yeah, it snowed here this morning, Stefan. It snowed here. Again, Michael, yeah, but can I get to them in-game? Like half-time. I've had a look, and half-time there's no stats available for me. So how do I make changes when I don't know really what's been going on? I mean, managers have the visuals in real life. But are these visuals reliable enough? Are they absolute 100% representation of the game? Probably not. I'm going to slip back to balanced. I just feel that might be a better way to play against this lot. You can see it for some reason at halftime. You can't. Yeah, you've got no, like the halftime stats I used to have tons of. Could go into the chalkboard and all kinds of stuff at halftime. I've got nothing to work on here. Which is fine if you don't like football management. But then call the game football simulation or call it something else. Because at the moment, I'm not really doing much management. I know you can set a tactic up. You can change instructions. But you have to change your instructions based on the information that you've got. So we've made a change. I'm going to go... Let's try low crosses. I mean, I'm guessing here. I mean, we made one change when we worked the ball into the box. So our XG has improved a little, but not enough. This could be team selection, of course. And it could be that they are just a much better team. But that the quality of their team does not affect our XG. It's just our XG is poor because our chance creation is poor. It could also be that I need to possibly go into a high press. I mean, I don't know why I would do that. But I can try it. I have no information to tell me why I would do that. But anything's worth a try when you're losing. Hey, Gorans, how you doing? Gorans, I found using key to be better than I can see the 3D dot. Pop open the stats to see. Oh, did we just score there? Cunha, get in, son. I found the using key highlights. I guess you're talking about, yeah. Then I can use the 3D dot to pop open the stats to see what's happening. Okay. So you're going to have to coach me on that one. So if I now go into key, there's a 3D dot somewhere, is there? Right. Where's this 3D dot that I'm allegedly going to... But hey, Neil, how you doing? I'm actually going to go back to what I was doing before because I'm more confused than ever now. 3D dot. I mean, I've what's all this then? And we do have like a little bit of stats. Which that pretty much just tells me. What did I just change then? Oh, the highlights. We'll deal with that in a minute. I want to make sure that we're good on that. Playing balanced. See, it might just have been as simple as that. That we... So let's now go back. I want to go back to comprehensive. I want to at least have a chance to work out what's going on. And I can't work out anything from this. Absolutely nothing. This is a shambles. and why you'd think anybody could think you can read that 2D is a better manager than I am, because it just looks like a shambles. Something that they've had to fill up a space with, where it would have been better to fill up that space with tactics, with stats. And this is what I'm talking about here, this 2D representation. I just did add work the ball into the box. So this representation could have been filled up with useful stats, because there's nothing useful in this. Oh, wait a minute. Have we got some stats here? We got some passing. Ooh, I found some stats here. Okay, now we're talking. I mean, it's not top class. I don't even know where I found that. Where did I find that? Where did those stats come from? Aha. Click on one of the players and you bring up some stats. It's not a great deal of stats, but it's some. So we might see what we can have a look at halftime. I thought I'd already done that. Obviously not. It's just a bit fiddly for my liking. Defensive line, blah, 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 blah. In possession, this would be. Well, where is that? Where is that then? All instructions. Yeah, I've got work the ball as it is. So there are things I think that are not quite right. But I was hearing that you guys were having all sorts of crashes, and I did load it up and played for a couple of hours, and thought, oh, I'm not having any crashes. And then I went to try and go into clauses, and the game crashed every time I tried to get out of clauses. So I have experienced the crashing. So we just try and stay out of clauses while I'm streaming. Otherwise, we'd be restarting the game again. The third dot. I get you now, Michael. It's this third dot here. But I can get it if I click on any one of the players. Not on his profile. Where is it? That's nothing. It's a waste of space. Can I get anything better? Will we get some stats? But nowhere near enough. Advanced stats, what are these? Our crossing's pretty poor, 1 of 16. I don't know how I brought that up. I don't know. We'll try and figure that. I'll try and figure that out off camera. Hey, Matty, good to see you, my friend. Oh, so they're saying, Neil, that the stats aren't accurate either. Oh, well, that's handy. It really worries me that they're taking away the management part of the game. That's the last thing in a game called Football Manager that you want to take away. So stats. Possessions 50-50. Our crossing is really miserable. Yeah, it's kind of even game, isn't it? I'm going to say you're doing well. I think they're doing well, considering how bad I am at this game. I think they're doing particularly well. There's also not much more I can do. Let's just kick off. Yeah, I mean, I've been told this several times, but I do have worked the ball into the box, loaded up. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, so I keep getting told that piece of information. The concept of tile and card. Click the little dots, switch tiles, and the little section pop up. I think that's how console games work, isn't it, Michael? I've not played it for a week, not touching it now until there's some updates. I think Neil, we have to remember that we were playing FM24, which is 24 years of developing a game on a match engine. So it had obviously developed much more over 20 odd years. This is a new game basically, and we are in version 1. We're not in version 24 anymore. It's version 1. So it may be in 10 years they're going to have a half decent game again. What I'm seeing in terms of the game itself is that it will keep the 12-year-olds happy because it looks good. The football looks good. Oh, you should have scored there, you donkey. Inside pass, come on. So, I mean, yeah, it will keep people occupied for a few hours. I don't see how they can call this Football Manager anymore. All you do is you set up a tactic, and it either works or it doesn't. There's no in-game management anymore. So far, the friendlies have been kind to me. That hasn't changed. Friendlies were always kind to you. You don't always win all your friendlies in real life, but that hasn't changed. Friendlies are good to you. So we need to make some subs. I've got Dallo is tired. And the only option I've got is to play Malasia there for the moment. And I'm going to play him as an inside wing back. So bring him inside onto his left foot. Or I might play Ahmad as a winger. Just try and give us a little bit of width. And then who else? Both. So Ugarte, Mainu is tired as well. I'm going to bring back Fernandez to come and do this box-to-box role. I can try and find an attacking mid. This isn't going to be easy. Actually, no, we'll keep Fernandez up there. We'll keep Mainu on for a while. Cunha is out of it. Right, let's just do that. Outside the new graphics, the game's a mess. I wouldn't go that far myself after a few hours. What I'm struggling to do is to learn where everything is. Once I kind of figure that out, it might get better. But what I do know from other people is that training is a mess. Just to do those things, just allocate them. Just allocate the responsibility, let somebody else do it. And I've picked that up from people commenting online, and I think they're probably right. So I'm not actually doing anything recruitment or training. In fact, aside from making a pretty poor tactic, I've done nothing in terms of management either. So what my role is in this game at the moment, I'm not quite sure. Since I'm not doing recruitment, I'm not doing training, and I'm not doing much management, what am I here for? And it is quite a comeback on what we're used to, at the expense of what we're seeing. It's the most unbelievable goal. Oh, okay. Well, you've got to wonder that, Stefan, haven't you? How bad was FM25 that they had to cancel it? No, don't do this, boys. This is a bit silly. You've got to wonder, yeah, how bad was FM25? Because this isn't great, and certainly from what I could gather from the beta, it was an absolute shambles in the beta. I mean, they have fixed a lot of stuff, and I'm lucky I missed that first 3 weeks or so. Oh, goalkeeper, what a donkey. I created a custom training. Okay, so you've mastered that. So I guess what you're telling me, Michael, is that if you sit down and work on it, you'll figure it out eventually. I mean, at the moment, I'm struggling to work out the tactics, the new roles, how the in and out possession work together. At the moment, I'm just focused on that, trying to figure it all out. So if I look at my in and out possession, I mean, I think that's a fairly decent setup, although I wouldn't know. I was thinking about putting Fernandez in a free role, and then I could have a playmaker on this side, but Fernandez has been scoring a lot of goals in pre-season from there, so we won't alter that. So yeah, I mean, I've got to look at learning all this stuff first before I actually do anything. I'm going to actually up this now to positive. And I can't remember where the lines are. I think I pushed up, didn't I? I think I'm in a high press, as I recall, which seems to be working better. Come on, one good pass and Cesc goes in. He could do with another goal, actually. Lovely pass. Go on, into Cesc, go now. There it is. It's Mason Mount. What a substitution. Still got the old manager touch, haven't I? What a sub that was. You can't set training for youth teams, though. I kind of, I don't know. What do I want to say about it overall? Overall, for me, it's a step backwards. A big step backwards. But I kind of knew this was coming when they were uploading all these videos and the graphics and all that. What I was seeing in screenshots was very little in-game management stuff, and that was what I was extremely worried about when all this was happening. And so far, it's being proved. One of the interesting things that happened is that we started playing better when we went to balanced. And in fact, we took the lead. We were a goal down before we did that. So going perhaps balanced might be the best way to play. At the moment, though, I'm considering going defensive because we don't look very good at all. And I'm really struggling for players to come on now. I've got Ahmad, who's absolutely exhausted, and I don't have any players. I may have to go into the transfer market. Luke Shaw can come on. He can come on for Dorgu. Ahmad's just going to have to run himself into the ground. Maguire can come on for Delict. So Mainu is another big worry. Wonder what Heaven would be like playing in that DM role. Let's give him a shot. Let's switch him over. It's just Boyo on the wing that I'm struggling with. But what I might have to do is focus play down the left-hand side where Mason Mount is. Oh, what's happened here? Got Ahmad injured now, have I? He certainly doesn't look very well. Finally, they've spotted it. Looks like I'm due for another injury then. Found training to be okay after getting used to the new screen. I created a custom training and then exported it. So I guess Ahmad is injured. Presuming that Ahmad is injured. Cool, this is hard now. I can put Fernandez out on the wing. He'll cope with that, but probably better if we play him on the left wing. No, probably better if we play him on the right wing. Then I've got to find a number. This isn't... Oh, we'll have to put anybody on there. Harry Maguire. Where's Maguire? Oh, he's already on the pitch. So I'll just put Obi there. There's nothing more I can do. What's this? Warning? Okay. Right, that's got that better. So we're struggling for a squad here at the moment. It's a very, very small Manchester United squad at the moment. I don't have any money. And Delict probably doesn't look like he's going to be sold for the sake of 3 million. I have got one left wing back I can sell. I'll sell any of them, but there's no offers going on for anybody. So at the moment, I'm actually not that convinced by this game. Not convinced at all by it. I think tactically I'm doing okay. Because the game seems to be giving me wins here. So tactically I'm probably around about okay. I'll even take a draw here now because I've got players all over the shop out of position here. I've got Heaven playing as a DM. I've now got Obi playing as an attacking mid. So I'll take a draw here. So injury-wise, let's go defensive, see if that makes... Oh, now I can't do that, can I? I've got to wait till it goes out of play before I can alter my... It still hasn't gone out of play. Come on, come on, come on. I want to go into a low block here. Try and keep possession a little bit. Where's the goalie? Come on, it's gone out of play now. Right, gone defensive. So we're going to go and try and do a low block here. It is like kind of like very clunky to change things. I'm going to drop the defensive line down a tad. This didn't used to take this long in... we don't need to trigger press so often. Tackling standard, that's fine. So this takes much, much longer to go through. Ooh, look at this. This is a defensive setup, if you ask me. And Dorgu can become... Dorgu can become a wing-back. He is a wing-back, so why is he inside? I don't know. I'm struggling to work a lot of things out. That's it. Just waste time now. This could have changed during this break. There was plenty of time to bark instructions, get into the low block, boys. Good morning, love. Hello, how are you doing? Good morning, afternoon, or even evening. I'm still a bit jet-lagged. Very tired, jet-lagged. But it will go down as another victory here. Looking like it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, Rob. What I do know is that it's an extremely small squad. And once you've got 2 players injured, you're in real trouble. I've got too many central defenders. I've got 1 too many left backs. And not enough forwards. That's the problem. I've got Xerxes injured and Buemo injured, though. I might have to drag Fernandez back into the DM position. Reford's Darts, how are you doing? Good to see you. My thoughts on the game, low cross. I am not, at this point in time, a fan. I think it looks okay. The in-game graphics look very good. But what have we lost as in return? We've lost a lot. And the UI is clearly aimed at console. Very encouraging result. Yes, very encouraging. When I look at this nonsense, it screams console to me. So we're doing all right, and we didn't concede as many as we've been doing. We've conceded 5 in the last 2 games, but still managed to beat them. But we've defensively a little bit better. I want to go and try and find my squad team. Oh, we got all this nonsense. And I want to like, this is like, what is this like? I want to try and figure out, can I, yeah, I can do rest, but I want to try and figure out how to, so lemons, I'm going to try giving them a day. So that's not working, because I want to give everybody who played a day off. So that's something I need to try and figure out, because I need to know, I can't see their fitness level from this. So if I go first team, can I do it from here? So I go all the way down to here. And can I go and give them a rest? Yeah, I can. So I'm going to rest those for one day. And then recruitment. There's not really much I can do. I've only got 20 mil. And until I sell someone, there's not really much I can do with that kind of money. This annoys me. If people are really looking for things that annoy me, this annoys me. Every time I click continue, I've got to go through that nonsense. So click continue again. I've got this come up again. So I have to keep clicking that off to move on, unless somebody knows a way to do that. So we've, rejected, because they're just not offering enough money. I'm going to work out how many centre backs have I got. Let's go and have a look at my squad. How many centre backs have I got? I've got, without Delict, I've got Yoro, Harry Maguire, Heaven. Who's Reece Bennett? Never heard of him. Martinez will come back from injury, but he's out for 2 to 3 months. So I really don't have enough centre-backs to get rid of Delict. I will have to replace him, and I might as well keep him again. There's that pop-up every time I click continue. $56 is not enough. I mean, I've played FM for long enough to know that you do have to sell one of your players in order to bring players in. I'm not daft. Oh, Dorgu is going to play on the left wing, is he, this time? Euro, Heaven, Malasia, Ugarte, and Mbuemo is back. Oh, yeah, I'll just have a look at these players. I'm not, at the moment, playing the game too seriously, as you can tell. I'm trying to get a feel for it, and it doesn't feel right to me. Trading intensity to auto rest them. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to find out how to do all this. Generally, what I do when I was playing FM24 is that the first 11, you got 2 games in a week. The team that plays starts gets a day off. That's how I used to play FM24. Oh, okay. Let's ask the assistant to pick it. He should have done a decent enough job there. So let's confirm that. Oh, repayments. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go to clauses again, I think I should be getting better clauses out of this, but we're not getting any like Garnacho. Four installments of 7.5 million. Can't we get them to agree on? That's really weird. Wan-Bissaka as well. 2 million for, so we could get 5 million for Wan-Bissaka. We could get 20 odd million for Garnacho. Anthony, we probably so we could probably get 8 million for Anthony. I'm just not seeing this as another 3, so we could get probably 4 million for him. We're not getting these clauses through, which we used to get in FM24, so that I can't even raise some money that way. Again, this is nonsense, that little box. And now we've got another injury. Choose a handful of options, save time. Yeah, absolutely, Gaz. There are bookmarks up here that I can look at. I've got my first team there. My tactics screen. This is my, I think it's recruitment, isn't it? The player database. Which one day I hope to use, but until I get some money. Transfer activity. So the bookmarks kind of like work okay. I'm trying to maneuver my way through. This system up here, because I think everything that you want is in these drop downs. So you could go to play database from there. So everything you want is in these drop downs. So let's say I want to have a look for scouted players only. This needs to go. And let's go players interest or persuadable. Let's just go interested, and then transfer or loan. And we'll sort them by. So there's nothing really coming up that is of any use to me at all. It's a nice 19-year-old, box to box, but again, prices are too high. I've only got 20 million. So, I need to sell somebody first. So, I mean, yeah, I can see the bookmarks, and I can fiddle about with that. Remember, I've only had a couple of hours on it this morning, and I'm getting used to it. It just doesn't seem to work for me, and that's because I'm old school FM. This is really annoying. I have to click that off every time I want to read an email. That is really annoying. But I guess I will get used to that as well. Ask assistant to assign. At the moment, the assistant is pretty much taking control of everything. I'm really just trying to figure out my tactic. I'm going to spend some time, I think, just setting up tactics. Because I think this game is all about setting up your tactic and then buying players as you go along. That's all it is about. And yeah, I mean, that's the problem though, Barn, that I don't have any. I've been through them all. I should be able to have money coming in for Garnacho, for Anthony, but there's nothing been negotiated. Like in FM24, these were negotiated, and I can't seem to find a button that says, can you negotiate the clause for me? So I just have no means to collect that money. I could pick up probably about 30 million from there. So Malacia, I don't like playing Malacia on the left because he needs to play on the right. And these players get knackered. So Cunha's having a rest, is he? Why? It probably would do him some good to have a rest. This is going to be interesting. This might be the first game that I lose. Let's go to opposition instructions. Where's that? Come on, where's the opposition instructions? There. Well, I don't feel very optimistic about this game. I don't know why. Yeah, Jan, I'm just saying that if once the game's over, we'll go back into that screen. I don't have any clauses available to sell. And I should have, like for Jaden Anthony, for certainly for Garnacho. There should be a ton of money on Garnacho. Henderson, nothing. There are no clauses there, which is really weird. So, like FM24, there was tons of clauses that you could sell on. They've already been negotiated, and they're not negotiated in FM26 for some reason. Very odd. We can go back and have a look. They're just not available. See this, I mean, whilst this is all very pretty, I think I need to turn this off, because once you've seen it once, what do you need to see it again for? Now, opposition instructions, I didn't actually do those, did I? Whew. We are so good at giving away early goals. Let's go balanced. Because we do give early goals away, so let's not be too gung-ho at the beginning. Oh, go on, son. Mason Mount, get going. Come on, come on. What happened there? So, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Opposition instructions. Where am I going to find that now? So, I do have a lot to get my head round. But I'm not a great fan at the moment. It might get better. I'm not going to say it won't grow on me. I think we're losing too much for the better graphics. That is my initial assessment. I'd like a lot more in terms of stats. And there, of course, Data Hub isn't available until you've played 3 games. So you don't have any pre-match stats either at the moment. So at the moment, I'm not thinking that this is a great game. I'm thinking that this is the first of what has got to be 10 years of development. I don't know if I'm going to be young enough to still be playing Football Manager in 10 years' time. I hope so. You never know. FM Academy, how are you doing, my friend? Yeah, I had a lovely holiday. You played 60 hours and went back to FM24. Like, yeah, I can see why. Um, I can definitely see why. Um, I'm just kind of thinking we've got to give this a bit of time. And I know you're going to say, well, how much time are we supposed to give it? For me, it's not Football Manager anymore. At this point in time, it doesn't feel like Football Manager. Because my role is finished now, pretty much. The only way I've really been able to influence a game is by trying to figure out where the defensive line should be, and by switching between mentalities. And that's the only way I've been able so far to have any influence on the game. Because unless I get better at watching and just going instinctually off what I see, there's not enough stats for me. Not sure we need that. So I could go and look at some stats here. We are much the better team. Well, that's Nice. Why have I got Nice up there? So they don't have much data to go on. There's nothing there. Unless somebody is going to come up with a skin that gives us all this detail, there's really nothing that we've got here. This is a complete waste of space. Like I can take anything away from that because both teams are playing in red. So I don't know, it doesn't feel right for me. FM's always been, absolutely, FM Academy, it's always been about data, spreadsheets. They called it the spreadsheet game when it first came out. We didn't have any graphics like this when it first came out. Even like when I first started playing it in 2011, like the graphics for the players did the same thing every single time. It was just a data, a game based on data, and that's what we grew up learning how to play, how to use the data. Unfortunately, the data is going to be something that target audience doesn't want to know about. Yeah, I absolutely agree. The FM dugout, can't see that message. Degouv official, hi, how are you doing? How are you finding the game? We got Degouv official here. How are you finding the game? And then we got FIFA inspected. I mean, I've said what I think. I think it's a step backwards in my book. As fancy and as pretty as this looks, it's a step backwards for us older generation. You got to think, though, that we are not where the money is going to be. We are not going to be the generation of players that they want to attract in years to come. They are looking at the young market, 10 to 15-year-olds. That's where the money's going to be. Money talks at the end of the day. Old codgers like me who played with data spreadsheets and loved all that, we're no value to them anymore. The game's moved on, unfortunately, into something that probably if it goes on like this, I'll probably only play for a couple of years. I still have FM24 on my desktop, so I could always go back, but I want to give this a try. We've got to give it a try. Hey, James. Good to see you, James. Yeah, we got a colour clash here, both teams in red. And I hope you're feeling better now, James. Hope you're feeling better. I know there is a lot of chest problems going around. My next door neighbour's got a really bad chest at the moment. You can hear him coughing halfway down the street. He's had it for 3 weeks. I know the weather hasn't been great here. Prefer FM24. Both of you guys are saying FM24. Create an online league for us. Yeah. I have tried to do like online saves. They just generally don't seem to work. It's about commitment, and it's getting all the players in the right place at the same time. And I've tried again recently, and it just didn't work. And it would be fun to do online saves with subscribers, but getting people in the same place at the same time is quite difficult. Come on, boys, let's get a goal. What's happened to our attacking play? We were scoring tons of goals. What's happened here? Red card, possibly? I'm of the view at the moment I'll carry on playing. I'm now waiting for Emma. That could help. I think if we can get somebody to design a skin that will give us the stats that we need in game, then it might look a better game. But until that happens, I mean, what can I do at the moment? Very little. I do suspect that we perhaps need to be a little bit more attacking. We've also lost the ability to like have a wing back on attack, support, or defend. It's just a wing back now, which I guess has an attacking role. You can't put your wing back on defend anymore. He's an attacking player. So we're losing little bits, little characters of the game had. We're losing those little pieces. Yeah, I don't remember FM24 without the skin. I can't remember it without the skin, to be honest. So it is a good point you made there, D-Law. And I guess the in-game stats without the skin were just as bad, thinking back. It's only when you get the skin on top that you get those in-game stats. Now, if we can get somebody to design a skin for this, then, you know, it might look a totally different game then. So you're quite right, D-Law. Cheap going first before moving in, it's going to help you in the long run. Yeah, I mean, I think I need to just do a season of this just to get me used to it. And then we'll start a proper save. I can't start a proper save until I've got used to it. I'm not quite sure why all the players suddenly skated across that 2D. I can't understand why they're allowing this red kits to... There is a subtle difference. They look more dark red and light red. We can deal with that. But at the moment, who is this anyway? Is it Nice? At the moment, it's a pretty dire game. But then I have got a team out that pretty much all the first team is rested. We've even got Dorgu playing on the wing here. I don't know. I think I might get used to it. There's lots of things I need to explore. I need to try and get my head round a little bit more about the tactics. Although we haven't lost a game yet, so I guess I'm doing all right. Although, again, we've given away the first goal. I say we haven't lost a game yet. We're just about to lose one. But I would say that's not because of the tactic. That's because of the players we've got out there. Because they're just simply not good enough to be on the pitch. And looks like we're playing players out of position again. But we are good at coming back against teams. Maybe we should perhaps be a little bit more positive. We'll wait until half time. But I have faith they will fix some things. I think, yeah, there's going to be a ton of updates. They will fix one or two things. I don't have any doubt about that. But yeah, I think I will totally go back on what I said. If somebody comes up with a skin that has all that data that I'm looking for, and then I can make good judgments in game, then I'll take back what I said. Then it's just getting used to the interface, which is going to take me a little while. I'm old now, and it's going to take me a while to get used to that new interface. But we are letting them dominate us at the moment, aren't we? So maybe we just need to do something a little bit different. So we're going to go into a high press. We're going to play with a higher line. I don't think we should be. We should be too worried. I'm going to ask them to counter press. So let's just try that. In possession. Yeah. That will do. Let's try something different. We're probably going to get caught out now. Some of the player movement is good, but sometimes they get past your players without any effort whatsoever. Your players don't quite, not very good at reading the opposition movement. Believe they're planning to bring pass maps back. I hope so. I mean, I hope they're going to give us a lot more than what we're getting here. Because at the moment, making changes, I'm just guessing. I've got absolutely no idea why. Only that I just feel that I need to do something a little bit different. Because what I'm doing at the moment isn't working. So I'm also going to I think we're defending too deep. Where are we? That'll be out of possession. Where's my defensive line? Oh, there it is. Some of these things are hard to find, but now we are with a higher defensive line. And we will also go positive now. Let's try and get at them a little bit. Let's try. Because at the moment we're just letting them... It looks like we're letting them dominate the game. Well, that's better. That's a lot better. Bungle Bungle, how are you doing, my friend? Taken me a long time to get to grips with 26. I end up carrying my 24. Like I said, I've got a lot of things to get used to. This is really my first day playing it, a third hour, I guess. And it took me the first hour setting the game up. So in terms of playing it, I haven't actually had much time at all. So I guess we will get used to it. We got to give it time, see what updates come along, and see if someone comes up with a skin for us, although the skin might be difficult to put together in terms of the UI. But somebody might be smart enough to do it. Gives us all the stats in-game that we need. And then we've got a different game on our hands. Some of the graphics I like. Go on, son. Oh, what a chance. Some of the graphics I like. I think that between 1 and 1.25, the speed, somewhere in the middle of that is the correct speed. I hope they can find that. This is just a tad too slow, and the 1.25 is a tad too quick. So hopefully they can find that. Heat maps will come back. Yeah, I mean, this is all the information that we're missing. And at the moment, till the Premier League is three games in, I don't even have the data hub. So all that good stuff we're missing must be. Get in, son. We're back in the game. Again, I made those changes. We seem to have got back in the game now. But I don't know why I made those changes. Only instinct was telling me, in FM terms, we are not winning this game. So I need to make changes. So that was just instinct, that it was not going our way. Made the changes and we've suddenly got back into the game now. But it wasn't based on any information that I had other than that instinct. This is not working out. Tactics in and out are awesome. Yeah, and I think, though, that you get a little bit too much help in the tactics, because it actually just tells you, no, you can't do that because you're going to be leaving too much space, or it'd be better if you had this and this. I think there's a little bit too much help, and then that's again designed at the younger audience. And the graphics engine, which is not the match engine, the graphics engine is very good. There's nothing really I can see wrong with this. It looks good. I'm on high quality settings, so my PC ran it easily. It's not stuttering, as many people said it was in the beta version. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the graphics engine. The match engine is simply the old match engine. And the match engine which runs the game off the field is simply the old match engine. And you're still going to have the same transfer nonsense, still going to have the same injury nonsense. So that part of the game hasn't changed. Oh, how did that happen? Defensively, we're not doing very well, are we? I'm going to go back to a standard line, because I think that is the problem. Defensive line should be... Let's go standard. I need to stop them getting down the flanks. So, in terms of the game itself, if I was 14 years old, I'd say good game. But I'm a bit older than 14 years old now, and I do discourage long shots. Yeah, probably a good idea. I do want to get the database game back, if that's at all possible over the coming year or two. I don't know if it's possible. Yeah, you see, I'm not getting any information about whether they're playing a lot of through balls, who's actually controlling the game out there. I'm having to rely totally on visual cues, which I'm not very good at. And I think that they are getting behind my fullbacks, although I can't be sure. But that's the problem. So I want to keep attacking, but just pull the line back a little bit to stop their wingers getting behind. Oh! Was that a back heel? That was a back heel, was it? Hey, Javelon. How are you doing? I'll eat my app. Was that a back heel then? It was a back heel. That's a brilliant goal. Oh, yeah, I have never in my entire history of playing FM seen a goal like that. Thank you, Javelon, although I'm not quite sure. At the moment, Javelon, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know if my tactics are any good, or I've got a lot of learning to do in terms of this game. But that was a stunning goal. I've never seen that. What was that, a foul for us? I've been looking through the stats to see who's playing progressive. I mean, I don't even know where to find that. I used to have all that info to hand, and I could just click on here and bring up all the player passing information, and I just don't know. Like, without that, how do I know what opposition instructions to add? I need all that information in order to, like, I need to close him down, or I need to type mark him, or... So without that, I just don't know what I'm doing. Maybe that's because of me. But at the moment, it's all fairly even. Again, they've got a better XG than we have. Apart from that, can't see anything that... So I can see who's having a good game. So Moffey is playing very well. They're left back. So I guess we need to type mark Moffey, because he's just getting far too much space. In fact, he's got a couple of goals. So we should probably type mark. Time for everyone to dig in. Come on. And probably go to opposition instructions and look at Moffy. Or we'll type mark him. And also this left back is having a very good game, isn't he? So maybe what we want to do is, where is he? We're going to close him down. And can I see what foot he is? I'm going to try right foot. Let's just go weaker foot on him. But that's pure guesswork based on the fact that they're having good games. Mbuemo is tired. He's constantly tired, that boy. So let's have a look. Yeah, he's done. I got Scanlon who can come on for him. So let's bring Scanlon on. We're going to be playing the young boys today. There must be an overlay. I mean, there will be, Max, for sure. Good evening, the Mad Scientist FM. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm finding it confusing. I'm finding all this is nonsense. It's not enough information. I feel like I'm not a football manager. Once the game kicks off, I'm not a football manager. The changes that I'm making, although they have worked, I'm guessing, and just purely based on instinct, but they've worked so far, and we've been in losing positions, which we were again, and we're pulling it around with a few little tweaks, but they're just guesswork. I don't think it's because I'm reading the game. The only thing that I'm able to figure out is that we are not dominating the game. That's the only thing I've been able to figure out. I mean, this would be a good result. If we get a 2-2 with the team we put out here, will be a very good result. So yeah, Max, I'm hoping that somebody will come up with a skin very soon that will give us all the match stats that we need, including your overlays, your heat maps, your passing information, all that stuff that I had for FM24. It just needs some bright spark to come up and do a skin. And well, I don't know. He's not having a bad game here for me, Dorgu, at the moment. I'm finding that it's difficult to get Sesko to score. I have read people saying that their strikers are not very effective, and I'm noticing that it's quite difficult to get Sesko to score. I've tried him in a variety of roles. I've got another. Dallo is tired. Have I got a right fullback? I don't think I have. That's why I didn't want Malacia playing on that side. So I can bring Dorgu back here, and we can bring on, I don't know who he is. Let's bring on Bianchari. I have no idea who any of these boys are. Okay, we do seem to have stopped them getting round the back. And it's these wing backs. He's not that good, but he's been the problem. I think we've stopped that now. Not had a lot of success with strikers. More successful in 2 strikers. He has scored some goals, to be fair. I've got him to score some goals. I played him as a poacher, first off, so that didn't suit him. When I moved him and put him in as a target forward, he did start scoring. He scored about 4 goals now in pre-season. So I think it's about roles, these new roles. I'm trying to figure out what these new roles do. I mean, I did notice, I put him as a target forward because I noticed his jumping reach and heading ability was very good. Pace was okay, but nothing dramatic, but he was also strong. So just thought, let's try him as a target forward. And it seemed to pay off. But we're definitely not the best team on the pitch here. And these wing-backs are getting behind us. Oof, that was a good save. So I'm wondering, should I come back into... Let's come back into a mid-block again. Let's get bodies behind the ball. Just for a while. I've got Ugarte is tiring. And Mason Mount. Mason Mount's haven't been playing well all pre-season. Struggle a lot with the new UI. It is I think the word people have been using is clunky. It is difficult to maneuver. It's not smooth at all. It is not smooth. Well, that was pretty poor. Moffy's got a hat-trick now. Might have to go and sign him. That was pretty poor. We shouldn't be losing to Nice, but I mean, you've got to look at the team I've got out here. It's not a very good team. So if we do lose, it's not going to be a big surprise. So Dorgu can come off. This Leon is supposed to be a decent player, isn't he? If we can pinch a draw, I'll be happy. Harry Maguire can come on for heaven. If we can just pinch a draw, I'll be happy. But I think I'm going to push up again from the low block as well. We're going to go into... We're going to go into a high press. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, we're going to push right up. And I'm also going to push the defensive line up as well. Just try and attack. Because we're not defending very well. I think one of the things I really need to look at is how to defend in this game. It's one of the big issues that when FM26 came out was that people were just conceding too many goals. That's one of the first thing I figured out what to do. I think we might have to look at how to defend in FM26 as the first video. And I might have to spend a couple of days experimenting with defensive roles and stuff. Defensive lines. missed touchline shouts. Mad scientist, so do I. And people will say, oh, but they said they didn't work. I disagree. I think they did work. Not all the time, but sometimes they worked. Bobby, good to see you too. It's nice to be back. Although I'm not loving the weather too much, but it is nice to be back and sitting down and having a look at Football Manager. I don't know what Steam were doing as well. Steam didn't want to seem to take my money. So I had to go to Epic to... Why is he up here? Oh, because he's playing on the wing, isn't he? So I wanted... Like, Malassia's having a poor game. I don't think I've got another... Oh, he might be all right, so he can come on for Malassia. Don't have no idea who he is. I can remember Bungle doing the Ferguson save in 22 I called it the Wilden save with Norwich, and I had this Lewis Wilden forward whose concentration was 7, and sometimes he would just go without scoring, but if you told him to focus at a certain point in the game, he would then go on and bag 2 goals. So they did work. It was just about using them correctly. They don't always work, but then shouts are not always going to work anyway. But you could get it right sometimes. Like for young players, encourage was the thing. For young players, always encourage them. But, I wouldn't be surprised to lose this because I should never have put out that team against Nice. It was taking the P out of Nice, really. Should have given them a bit more respect. Right, we got some very tired bodies on here and not many players. Who's he? Yoro is tired. Have I got Maguire? He's already on the pitch. Heaven can come on eventually. Ah, there's a problem. I'm not allowed to bring Heaven on him. Oh, he's already come off. We'll put him on them for Euro. And then Ugarte. Mainu, I don't think I have a DM. Ugarte has already gone off. Let's put him on. I have no idea who he is. Scottish dude. Parrots is in a different level. He's been that good. Hat trick. I will get used to this. I'll get used to this game. Scotland, yeah. Fair plays, Bobby. Scotland was super yesterday. 3 really class goals. Moffy has got 4 now. So much for tight marking him then. 4-3-3-1 and a 4-1-4-1. Haven't conceded a goal in the last 6 games. Interesting. I mean, it's something I've got to learn about, something I've got to experiment with. I'm not sure that defending in the 4-2, almost like a 4-4-1-1, is actually working very well. I just need to get used to it, and we'll figure that out. This defeat is about the quality of players I just did not think that through. My assistant said, like, give all the first team a rest, so I went along with it. We won't be doing that again because we have played really badly. But look who's playing: Kukogski, Fredrickson, Fletcher, Scanlon, Biancari, Obi, Kukongi. I've never heard of him. So I didn't give Nice enough respect, to be fair. Sign Moffy. I mean, absolutely. I don't know how much he's worth. Can I get a look at him? If he could do that for me, that would be extremely handy. But he doesn't look that good, does he? He's not really that good. So I'm not quite sure why he's managed to get 4 against us. He's certainly not as good as Sesko. And Sesko's not scoring as freely as him. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind about this. This is all about the players that I played. And we will not be doing that again, Mr. Assistant, will we? He left the entire first team on the bench. Against a team of Nice's quality, not a good idea. Seen get angry at Hoyland. Hoyland scored, didn't he? For Denmark. Penalty, wasn't it? And Dorgu scored for Denmark. Denmark are not quite the team they used to be. They're going to take a couple of years. They need to develop some players. They do have some young players that they can develop, but they're going to take a couple of years. But fair play to Scotland. I mean, that was just grit and resolve. And 3 very, very good goals as well. So this game is gone then. Can we, let's try this dynamic, because we're not going to win this now. What happens when you put that on? Nothing. They're just coasting out now. So I want to take that off because I don't want it to be on for the next game. Surely not going to let Moffy get 5 goals. Yeah, that's why we're losing this. It's the quality of player. Sack the assistant manager. I think these are all 16-year-olds, aren't they? I'm playing on them at the moment. does that do? Oh. That's it. Game over. We've been really bad. It's time to throw the water bottle. And I think the last thing that I will say is that I have got so much learning to do. I mean, I considered myself to know FM pretty well, and I considered myself to be a decent player of the game. I would call myself complete novice now, and I've got so much relearning to do. I mean, I don't even know if I've got my tactic right. I don't understand properly the in and out of possession. We were pasted in that game, absolutely hammered in that game. We are going to tell them I'm far from pleased. But it was like the under-16 team that we put out there. And then we have this game coming up against Arsenal now. It's not great to lose that, but we have rested the first team. So if I look at, let's go to, see, this is, I don't quite know where to look for things. I know it's up here somewhere. Not there. That's it. So I need to think about what my first team is. It's not him. It's Lemons. Dallo, yes. Delict. So hopefully these guys will all be fresh now. Delict. And Euro. Although Harry Maguire, seriously considering him instead of Euro. And then it will be Shaw on this side. And yeah, the box to box is Mainu, Ugarte. I may bring up front Bruno Fernandes would be my top pick for that. Dorgo actually could, maybe not. And then Sesko up top. Fernandez, Mbuemo. I'll put Mbuemo out here with Ahmad here. So that would be my first team. I mean, I've got a lot of work to do understanding this. So if I combine, that's the shape. I think I should be playing narrow. I think I should have a narrow setup. Let's go narrower. Because the shape that I have is very narrow. These boys could provide width, but our crossing isn't very good, so there doesn't seem to be much point in doing that. I'm going to play balanced against Arsenal. And out of possession, we're going to use the mid-block standard line. That's probably about it. We'll play this Arsenal game now. We'll have a look at the first game of the Prem. So key findings, we were dreadful. I mean, we can't take anything from that because of the qualities. Phil being a Welsh supporter, he should be happy. I think we're only on. We're not in the World Cup yet, James. I think we got a playoff game, haven't we? We will be the home team, though, apparently. But is it Thursday? The draw is for the playoffs. You got any recommended players? How much? How much is he? 40 million. Oof. Don't have that. Don't have the money yet to do anything recruitment-wise. Oh, come on. We don't need this pop-up. We do not need this. Yeah, that's fine. We've only got one promise out there. Dorgu, 5-star potential. Who said he's rubbish? He's got 5-star potential. Oh, what's this? Oh, right. Confirm that nonsense. I mean, I think we'll do this as a live stream just while I get used to the game. We'll just do it for a season, and then I will also be fiddling about with tactics and seeing what I can come up with tactics. I might try an asymmetric. Oh, come on. We're getting too many injuries. Xerxes back in training. Parrot from AZ. Who's Parrot? Ugarte out. What's his name? Parrot. Troy Parrott from AZ. Well, we can certainly get him scouted. $23 years old, 18. We could probably afford him. You think he's decent? Hey, Vexdy. You think that Parrot is useful then, is he? Normally I wouldn't do that because I consider that cheating, but this is just me getting used to the game. Normally I would not do that nonsense. I will only sign players my scouts find, but oh, what was that? If you want a player, buy him. Who's Yarame? Who's he? 22-year-old. Oh, he looks quite decent for a left winger. Doesn't have much pace about him, though, for a winger. Have we made a bid for him, have we? Yeah, he's coming in. Man United have agreed to sign him. So he's coming in. Okay, that'll be the first signing that we've made. Nothing to do with me. But he looks quite decent. Fair play. I mean, that's the kind of player I want, isn't it? It's like he's granted his work permit and can now finalise his deal. Only 1.3 million as well, so that's quite cheap. Who's Helena? Oh, Helena Costa. I wonder if she is still available. Is she still available on... So let's go Helena. Helena Costa. Yeah, she is. She's currently in Keynsham. Oh, wait a minute, it's the wrong one. She's a 17-year-old striker. So no, Helena Costa's not in the game anymore. We'll have to find the best director of football, or not the best director of football that we can find. Dorgu out. Yeah, shame Helena Costa's not in the game anymore. Tried dynamic, but it seemed to show many highlights towards the beginning and slow down later. Yeah, I still don't know what to do in terms of highlights. I'm really struggling. I think I'll figure it out in the end. At the moment, I don't even know is... Well, for the Arsenal game... Who's this then, Dorgo? Leave to the physio. For the Arsenal game, I think we will just play comprehensive highlights. I'll need to have some sort of vision of what's going on for Arsenal. And I can't see us beating Arsenal. My tactic isn't good enough. I do know that, because I haven't got to grips with it yet. Oh, that pop-up is going to do my head in before the end of... Oh, yeah, there are no cup draws, are there? Which is a bit of a shame. Cup draws were quite fun sometimes. Especially as you get to the quarterfinals and the semis. Who's he? Oh, he's a manager. Estriol Praia in Portugal. Are you absolutely sure? Because when I just searched for her, she didn't come up. Let's build a search again. Where's my search bar? Helena. There, it's Helena Costa. No, I'm not getting it. Just that player. Unless I haven't got the correct leagues loaded up. See all. So people... I'm not getting anything for her now. Weird. But that's totally cheating as well. Who's Carlos Alvarez? Is he one of mine? No, why am I being told this? Oh, we're looking to sign him, are we? Who's he then? can't see any info about him. A right winger. He doesn't look that good to me. But seeing as I'm not doing recruitment, it's not my position to say. Mid-block. Again, this pop-up. Is there any reason why this has to be there? There it is again. And there's no information on there, really, that is of any use. So we are going against Arsenal. The first game. Oh no, Liverpool have already played. Making the managerial debut for whatever it's worth. I did say Harry Maguire, didn't I? That I might play Maguire. Casemiro is probably the better bet there as well. Let's go and do what he says. I'm actually not in disagreement with that. So, I clicked on make the changes and it didn't make the changes, did it? I did say Harry Maguire, didn't I? Oh, this bench is really messed up, isn't it? Where is Harry Maguire? There he is. What sort of a bench is this? I'm tempted to play Mason Mount, to put Mbeumo over here and then put Mount there. And why have I got this? Right, it's gone. Because they were on the wrong side. So let's get this bench. Dorgu. It's a bit fiddly, this. Where's Bayandir? There he is. Euro. Yep, that fits for me. Oh, this is dreadful. Come on. Why am I having this trouble? I'm looking for... Does anybody else feel that the writing is a bit small, which makes it extremely difficult to read? Malacia, that's who I was looking for. Malacia in there. We don't want him in there. So Bayandir, Euro, Malacia, Dorgu. There he is. Dorgu. Right, so that's got those sorted out. Then we have totally messed up bench here. Casemiro. One other. Heaven. And then Xerxes can be the striker. Fletcher and Fredrickson got to go out. So Ahmad. Okay, this is much more fiddly than... so Ahmad on the bench. Cunha on the bench. There we go. All right, let's get on with it. And there's my favourite pop-up again. It's like one of those annoying online pop-ups that you get. So Heaven could be going out on loan. Interesting. Is something wrong with position your players? Probably, Damien. Absolutely, probably. I need to sit down and work on a tactic. I also want to... I really want to find out if the 4-1-2-2-1 will work in FM26. No reason why it shouldn't. So I really want to experiment on that as well. Lots of stuff. Don't forget, I'm a month behind you guys. Because this game came out the day I went on a holiday. So I'm a month behind you guys. So I'm just a novice at this point in time. I'm really doing this just to give my opinion of it. And to be fair, I'm not... I don't hold it in high opinion at this point in time. So Casemiro, I think, probably would be better to come in here. I think it's just a little bit, as we saw there, like I had real trouble setting up the team. The writing's too small, moving things around. It's not as easy as it was. So yeah, I'm struggling with it a little bit, I'll be fair. Maguire, Shaw, Casemiro, all lacking match fitness. Well, so be it. The only way to get fit is to play matches then, isn't it? Go to settings and change size viewing. Will it fit everything in then? That is the other thing. Will it fit everything in? Oh, hang on. 2 changes to their starting lineup. Gabriel's come in. Predicted formation. Staff advice. Yeah, we'll do that then. Address the team. So we'll say home form's very important. I like that one. Defenders, make me proud. And talk to the media. What for? I'll have to allocate this nonsense as well. Is the first goal important? Yeah, it's very important. Are you hopeful of performance? I know what we're capable of and we'll do well. So once I get to that point, I can't then alter my opposition instructions. That's one of the things that's a little bit clunky. I should have been able to go back to the squad view and alter my instructions a little bit. But now I'm going to have to stop the game and go and do that. Well, this is all very flashy. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. But I think after a couple of times of seeing this, we'll just switch this off. How much did we lose for this to be put in? Aimed at console viewers. Yeah, I absolutely agree. It is totally aimed at console viewers. Absolutely agree with you. The old guys like us, we are going to be surplus to requirements. Give it another 3 years, it'll all be console. You can also get it for PC at that point. Oh, Fernandez, I was expecting more from you. I think what we might have to do is keep an eye on Saka. As I wanted to Saka. I think we'll type mark Saka. And Martinelli, I want to close him down. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue at all that turns to ashes. I think you're absolutely right. It's not aimed at me anymore. I mean, we were a couple of million people buying it year after year after year. A couple of million isn't going to keep them going anymore. They need the young audience who are buying games for their consoles. We will become a thing of the past. Change on game statistics. I think... oh, we almost took the lead there. I'm just hoping that we can get a good skin done, and then the game might look slightly differently. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these graphics. It's just the user interface is a little bit clunky. There's things that you have to negotiate that you shouldn't really have to negotiate. You've got that pop-up that occurs every time you click continue that annoys me. So it's kind of like, I mean, I guess you're going to have to get used to it. People like me are going to have to get used to it, and hopefully we will. I'm pretty much a spectator from now on, though. I'm not really a manager. I can't work out what this is for. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty much just a spectator along with the ride at the moment. My instinct will tell me that we should be working the ball into the box. Because that was pretty dreadful. So in possession, team instructions. So all instructions. It should already be on. And this is clunky. I can't find what I'm looking for. We don't want to be shooting from distance. We'll discourage that. And there's one here, the patience. Let's work the ball into the box. So even like team instructions is a little bit difficult. But I've got to learn the symbols, because finding the writing is quite difficult. So I guess there's a lot of learning to do. I'm just going to be a novice for the time being Chance. Oh. What a shot cross from Bueno. Between the highlights, statistics, and the left side. Okay, you got me now. Between the highlights, statistics, left side. I mean, if we get anything out of this game, that would be good. Arsenal will be red-hot favourites for the title, won't they? Nicely done. Go on, have a run, boy. Go on, you're in. Have a run. Oh, almost. I think what we need to do as well is the trigger press. I don't want it to be more often. We're going to keep that at standard. Can't seem to use the... Oh, they've scored, have they? Can't seem to use the tactics screen for my teams. Yeah, it's just takes a lot of getting used to. That was too easy for them, wasn't it? Can't see us getting anything out of this game, but hey up, Arsenal first off. But we are the home team, so it's a pretty poor start. Might actually go positive. Let's go positive. We got nothing to lose, have we? What's this? Do it? Do what? We drop down to 17th? That's the way it is. They're just going to be too good for the likes of this team. They are them. Yes, they are. I mean, the Premier League season's not over by a long way yet. In fact, United keep going at the rate they're going. We can find ourselves in the top 4 easily. We don't see you have more position and shots. Statistic. I haven't seen any of the stats yet. We've had a couple of shots, but they were from long range. I can't see any. We got to wait for Arsenal to stop attacking us before we can see anything. One, I don't think we have enough possession. So playing counter-attack football is not the best way to do this. Martinelli's causing mayhem on this side. I just where is I need to I don't understand what I'm doing, so I'll go to extended so we can get into this screen. So at the moment we're being dominated, can see that, but that's it. That's all I know. And I know that Martinelli's playing well. What else can I do? It's a piece of rubbish, basically, this. I clicked on something before and could get a more detailed look at that screen. But it's probably not showing me anything. So that Martinelli is a problem. I mean, that doesn't tell me anything. I can only guess. When is screen on domination? You can change it. I don't understand what you're telling me. Screen on domination? What is that? I have nothing here apart from what you can see. So that's what I have to work with. I have my tactics and team shape, but that's it. I wonder if I should maybe go into a low block. Because at the moment I'm not. This is dreadful. It's so dreadful. That's changed again. That should be low crosses. It's just like changing things. So I want to be in a low block. Where the hell is that now? This is doing my head in. Out of possession. So we're going to go into a low block just to see how it works. And the defensive line, we'll keep it standard. And maybe we'll go narrow. Yeah, it already is narrower. You have 3 screens there. 3 screens. We've scored again, have they? When a screen is on domination, you can change it. I have no idea what you're telling me. When a screen on domination, you can change it. You have 3 screens. I have 1 screen I'm looking at. I don't know what you're telling me. Okay, what screen do you want? Right, okay. So I have 1 screen. This is my screen. I have 3. Yeah, you're right. But none of them tell me anything. Not of any value, anyway. Except that, I mean, all I know is we are getting hammered. That's all I know. But I expected to. I have no idea if my tactic's any good. I have pretty much no idea about anything in the game at all. So I expected to be losing a lot of games. As I said right at the beginning, Damien, I am an absolute novice. I mean, these 3 dots, yeah, we've had a look at those. They don't actually tell you anything. And we're missing basically all the data. Now you've changed, we see shots and ball position. Huh? Where are you seeing ball position? I am not following this at all. Right, we're going to pause it as soon as this comes up. Right. Shots and ball position. Where am I seeing that? I knew that this exists. You can even get this up, which tells us that we're just crap, basically, up front. So we know this. We're also not getting enough possession, so I can get that from that. It might be we'll come back off. We'll go to a more standard passing because maybe playing direct is not working. Apart from that, it's not much I can do. It's just I sit back and let the game do what the game's going to do. My thought so far is, for me it feels like a step back. But in a sense, it is a step back because we were playing FM24, which is 20 years of development in that particular format. This is year one of their new format. So for me, it is a step back. And this is rubbish, boys. You've been terrible. So let's try something different. I mean, I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing, to be fair. I feel like I'm a total novice. We're going to step up more. Trigger press more often. We're going to counter press. We're just going to go and try and go at them now. So yeah, I feel 3 steps backwards and change, but 1 step forward. Yeah, the graphics is obviously an improvement. The whole setup, though, is a long way backwards. But somebody did say earlier, I think it was Stefan, did say earlier that FM25 must have been so bad. This is what they brought out for 26. Let's go balance because they're going to score again, aren't they? So each team's for the third is stats. The stats, though, it doesn't give you much. There's really not much you can do. If we pause it here and we go here, there's really not much stats that we've got here. We've got their passing stats, and their passing is very good. It really doesn't tell me anything. So passing, key passes, Declan Rice. Well, we knew he was going to be an issue. We're tight marking him as it is. Saka hasn't been causing any problems. In fact, overall, they haven't really caused us much problems at all. They've just scored. So we do have a few stats. There's stats somewhere else as well. We've just been pretty poor. But it is Arsenal. I think the secret to this is just get a decent tactic and let the game run. That's pretty much all you can do. Oh, that's no way a pen. He just fell over. Maguire on a 6.2. He's taken the blame, has he? That was the change that I made. I put him in for Euro. Donkey. Who else is playing badly? Shaw. And then I think I'm going to have him coming inside. And then who else is having a crap game? All of them, pretty much. This probably is, yeah. It's. I'm. Look, we've got to give it a chance. What I just feel like in game, I feel hopeless. I feel helpless that there's nothing I can do. I'm guessing, at best, about making changes. Oh, we're gonna get a red card now, are we? And that's pretty much all I can do is just guess. It's like so weird. So, yeah, the key to the game is to come up with a tactic that works. And then pretty much buy the best players that you can. And eventually you'll win the league. Okay, Damien, you've lost me now. So, in tactics, you can see how they will move by formation. Right, okay, so in other words, I can't do it on this screen, can I? Because you can see where they would be for a low block, where they would be for a high press, and where the players would go in and out. But you can't see it here, can you? Not in game. At the moment, Mason, I would say probably not. I had to buy it. I had to see what it was like. I mean, these guys are telling me do this, do this, and do this, and I've got no idea what they're on about. Because I've kind of like only been playing it for... So I should be narrow. So out of possession. I mean, I've just picked it up today, and I think these guys are having trouble understanding that my knowledge of this is very poor at the moment. Whether it will even get better, whether I will learn to use this, how to use this eventually, I don't know. Probably not. We're going to give Xerxes a go now. And Mason Mount is also rubbish. Oh, no more substitutions. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this or just get frustrated because I can't do anything. I can't see anything in game. I'm probably just going to get frustrated until I come up with a tactic that is unbeatable. But at the moment, I can't get my forward players to score goals. So I've got to do something about that. And I probably have to go back to just playing as a gegenpress again. And see what happens. So, in fact, because we're just messing, we'll just go and play in a gegenpress now. And And we'll hope that that's how the game works best, as it normally does. So let's go to high press, high defensive line. Yeah, we are playing a gegenpress anyway. Yeah, so we're playing a gegenpress. And in all fairness, we've been slightly better since we've been playing the gegenpress. So it might be that all you've got to do is play a gegenpress as per normal. With high lines and forget the fancy stuff. Oh, I've got another injury now, have I? Never rains, but it pours in this game. Problem with setting up a tactic is that pre-season is so misleading. So, like, you're winning games 4-0, 4-1 in pre-season, and you think your tactic's working, but it's not. As we can see when we get to the Premier League, it's not working at all. Still time if we can get one back. Because we're playing in this gegenpress, there's still time. But forwards are all full again. Oh, that was a good shot. All the way back to your own halfway line. I mean, since I switched it to the high press, we are the better team now. Go on, have a shot. Missed it. Oh, he has scored, has he? Did that go in? What's going on here? Yeah, it does. He has scored. Oh, we're back in with a shout then, are we? I wondered what was going on there. I don't like that replay screen. Can't change that. Come on, boys. We can still do this. Not if you give the ball away like that. Go on now, counter. Oh, another foul. Go on, boys. Set piece goal now. At least you're not work the space who doesn't his replay it rains. Oh boy, control possession works, does it? I don't know. We'll find something that works. We're not getting any more highlights anyway. That's it. Oh, we are going to get one last chance, are we? I think we played all right since we went into the gegenpress. And we beat them 1-0 in the second half. But that was not good enough. The goalkeeper was terrible. 9 shots, only 1 on target. Well, that is my first... that is... And I don't want to do this either. Can I allocate send assistant? So we're right down at the bottom of the league. But, well, that's the first episode. The first time that I've actually played it today. I am like a fish out of water. Some of the stuff I don't like. I don't like the interface. I'll be totally honest. I don't like that you can't change these. There's a lot that for me I'm gonna have to relearn. I might get better at it. I may well get better at it. I may not. I hope that somebody comes up with a skin that will give us some in-game data that we can start using. I'll probably find I'm using these menus a lot. But we'll keep streaming with United, see what we do. We'll keep tweaking the tactics, see if we can get something to work. At the moment, it does look like we need to play a gegenpress, perhaps even with a shorter passing. We'll try all sorts of things, try and find a tactic, and we will just keep trying to understand the game. It's a massive change. Whether it's targeted at us as an audience, I doubt. I think it's targeted at a younger audience. And there's been a lot of steps, as someone pointed out, 3 steps backwards. Yeah, definitely back to school for me, Max. Definitely. But we will figure it out. We figured all the other ones out. We'll figure this one out. And I'm pretty certain all you need is a tactic that works. And then you're fine. So thank you guys for coming along. I do appreciate it. I love all the support that you give me, even if I don't understand what you're talking about. I do appreciate all the support you gave me. So yeah, real shame is FM24. I didn't think FM24 was that good, to be honest. FM22 was the best one, Mason. Started going downhill. So Gers is saying 3-4-2-1 control possession. You can still have a gegenpress with a control possession. We can try all sorts of things. This is just a save where we can get used to the game. And we'll see what we can come up with. The boss, thanks very much. And thank you all for coming along and taking part with me. I do appreciate it. And as you can see, I am going to need a lot of help from you guys. You are a month ahead of me, so I'm going to need a lot of help. But thank you very much for coming. I'm not coming back tomorrow night. I will be back on Friday night. We'll start again. In the meantime, tomorrow I'm going to look at different tactical styles and experiment on them a little bit so I know what I'm doing. But thank you very much for coming along. And I do appreciate it. We will get there. Between us together, we will get there. We'll learn how to do this. Cheers, Flappy Dingo. And thank you very much also for coming along. I've enjoyed playing it, if nothing else. And I've enjoyed your company. And that's why I do this, because of your company. So maybe even we'll just try and emulate all sorts of different managers and stuff. Thanks, Ben, and good night to everybody. What time is it now? 22:25. It's time to have a cup of tea, something quick to eat, and then go to sleep. Thank you very much for coming along, and hopefully I'll see you on Friday. We're in this together. Let's learn how to do this together. And thanks for coming. Be safe. Take care. And I'll see you Friday.